Welcome to Pro Athletes Unfiltered. In this series, we're going to be comparing and contrasting what it takes to be a professional athlete in each sport. Every episode, we will be following a top pro, spending a true day in the life, from their home to their training to challenges that they face to become one of the greats. They will put me through intense training regimens, and in the end, will challenge me to see if I have what it takes to make it in their sport. Get an insider's look into the vast differences in every sport, from fitness to financials to sacrifices and mental fortitude. My name is Kinsey, a professional stunt woman and extreme sports athlete, and I'll be your host. In today's episode, we have Miguel Rojas, a 16-year MLB veteran, listed as 2022's #1 shortstop in Major League Baseball. He is the former captain of the Miami Marlins and now starting infielder for the star-studded Los Angeles Dodgers, where he will be playing alongside phenom players Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto, two players with combined contracts of over $1 billion. Come with us as we get to explore Miguel's luxurious Miami home and peek inside the mind of this professional baseball athlete. This is Pro Athletes Unfiltered. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you kind of got started in baseball.
Well, that happens a long time ago back in Venezuela. That's where I grew up, and my family kind of took me to a baseball field when I was like 3 or 4 years old. It wasn't easy because I got a couple hits from a bat and from a ball, and I didn't want to go for a little while. But then after a couple years, I started playing a little bit, and I got into a league. People started seeing that I was kind of good, and I started like practicing every single day because my grandfather was kind of my mentor in baseball, and that's how my love for baseball and kind of this work started.
That's amazing. And so I think a lot of people don't see in baseball, you have to go to the minor leagues, and that process sometimes can be a really long process. So kind of describe how that process was getting drafted, and then how long you spent in the minor leagues and what that was like.
Right. I signed as a free agent in Venezuela when I was 16 years old. So the Cincinnati Reds gave me the opportunity to be a professional baseball player. Signed my first contract there, but like you say, it's a hard kind of career that you sometimes you stuck.
Yeah.
And that was a long process. So I was in the minor leagues with the Reds for 7 years of my life, and I never played in the big leagues with them. So actually, at some point, I thought that I was never going to receive an opportunity.
Yeah.
Then I was a free agent again after 7 years, and the Dodgers gave me the opportunity, signed another contract, and finally made it to the big leagues.
Wow, that's so inspiring, because I feel like a lot of people after 7 or 8 years would give up on that amazing dream, because the minor leagues is also really tough. I've heard financially, it is not, just because you get drafted as a professional baseball player, you're not compensated as a professional baseball player in the minor leagues. So kind of talk about the financial side.
So even if you make it to the big leagues, you're going to make minimum salary, and that's kind of nothing for the rest of your life. Remember, baseball player's career kind of ends 40 at most if you have a really, really long career.
Yeah.
So you have another 60 years to live. And then if you don't play in the
Are you living
league,
to 100? Is that the plan?
I think so, yeah. I'm just playing for me. I don't know about you, but I want to live.
I mean, I hope, but wow, 100 is...
That's why we work out every single day.
Yeah, exactly. Take care of
we make good decisions. But yeah, I mean, at that point, I just wanted to play in the big leagues.
Yeah.
I wanna reach my goal, which wasn't just my goal. It was my whole family. They gave up on their own life to actually live my life. For me, that part of like the grind of being in the middle of the minor leagues kind of helped me to stay motivated to kind of, supply for myself.
In baseball, the pressure may be really, really hard, and it might be a lot of games per year, but there's definitely a few benefits once you get to the big leagues and start playing good. So we are at Miguel's gorgeous house. So he's gonna give us a tour, so come with us.
So you guys are in Miami, Florida. I've been living here for the last 9 years of my life. So we just moved to this house a couple years ago. I think it's pretty good for the family. Family back here, my wife, my daughter, my son is in school. I got you guys some Cuban coffee. You guys need to try that before you guys go. And some Venezuelan breakfast for you guys if you guys want to try it.
Oh, Venezuelan breakfast, wow, nice.
Well, this is the living room. This is sometimes I got to spend time with my son right here, play some video games, time to be with the family around here. We have the backyard that I can open for you guys. So have a little cage for my son whenever he wants to hit there.
Is your son a good baseball player?
Yeah, he's becoming a good baseball player. He likes it. He's 8 now.
The Dodgers need to draft him now, get him early. He's going to the minor leagues next year.
Right. I don't spend that much time here at home because I play in California for 6 or 7 months. But when I'm here, I'm trying to spend as much time as I can here at home. It's my daughter's princess room. This is my little princess kind of room where she dresses as a princess every single day, right? You want to show your meme? The one that you have on your arm? That's beautiful.
She's so cute. So my favorite part about this series is getting to like compare and contrast every sport because it's just so different, the process. So you were describing how you get paid the bare minimum when you get signed. So you went from the minor league spending 7 years in Cincinnati and then you got brought over to the Dodgers. So once you get brought up to the Dodgers, explain that process. Once you get a big league contract, what's that kind of like?
Yeah, when I signed with the Dodgers, we're still to be in the minor leagues. So they sent me to AA. I still have to prove myself to see if I can play in the big leagues.
Yeah.
And then in year A, I actually was in AAA and I finally got the call, right? So in 2014, when I got the call up to the big leagues, kind of financially never changed. Things kind of stayed the same because that year I was going to make the minimum salary in the big leagues.
What is the minimum salary?
At that point, it was like $470,000. And then after taxes and all that, like you're playing in California, they taking 44% of your checks plus other things that you end up like not making that much money. You know, like you end up like clearing $150,000 in that year. And you're not really like seeing money until like you get to arbitration, which is like 3 years after you make your debut.
Well, it kind of makes sense though to prove yourself. I mean, obviously it's a huge difference. There's a lot of pressure involved. Like you're going from 10,000 people in the stands to 50,000 potentially. And so I've seen players who were #1 draft picks and they just didn't perform. So it is kind of nice that you have to prove yourself. Maybe a year or two, maybe 3 is a little excessive. Yeah. So now you're with the Dodgers and they just signed, I mean, obviously it's big news. They spent over $1 billion on 2 Japanese players. So have you met them yet?
No, not yet. But I met Ohtani because I played against him when he used to be with the Angels.
Okay.
But around the bases, you're not talking to him that much. But you guys
aren't talking about life at the base?
No, not really. Sometimes the game is going too fast, especially right now with the clock. You have no time to talk about life.
So you get to meet them soon, but do you feel like this is going to be a really, really exciting year and you guys have a great chance this year going into the Dodgers?
Yeah, for me, Dodgers fans and people in LA should be really excited for the next 10 years, not just for this 2024, like this year is going to be excited because it's going to be the first year of Ohtani being there and Yamamoto coming to the Dodgers and other players, like Tyler Glasnow coming in. We just signed James Paxton yesterday, a lefty that is going to be really good in our rotation, plus the core that we have. Don't forget that we have Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Will Smith, and all of those guys. It's really excited to be a Dodgers fan right now, and I'm so excited, and I can't really wait until getting to spring training and getting to meet all the new players and get together with the others. I think it's my favorite part of the year. Yeah. Because we get together after a long time. We get to talk to each other. We get to start again what we got last year. So it's going to be an exciting time, and I can't wait to meet the guys. So here we are on my favorite room of the house. It's where I have all my kind of memorabilia. This is what I call the Wall of Fame because I have bats from like Albert Pujols, Miguel Cabrera, which are future Hall of Famers. Other players that I really enjoy playing with. I always ask for a bat and I want them to sign it. They kind of sign really cool things on the bat, like Anthony Rendon said, please let some of my hits go through. It's kind of funny because we've been competing against each other for a long time. I'm a basketball fan. You guys can see that I have a Jordan collection. Michael Jordan is kind of my idol. I always want to be a basketball player, but I couldn't. I think I'm short. Yeah, we got a couple things right here that I won a couple awards around like in my career. These are Roberto Clemente awards. For me, they're really important because Roberto Clemente is one of the most popular and inspiring baseball players from Latin America. He's from Puerto Rico, plays in the big leagues for a long time, but he was like what Jackie Robinson is for American baseball players, and number 42 means a lot.
So going through, because we love to like dive into what your day-to-day looks like. So going to a week of what it looks like being a professional baseball player, do you guys have practice or do you just play games, and are you getting on flights? How many games are you playing in a city before you're on the road?
Yeah, so when we're at home for we can be at home for 4 to 10 days.
Okay.
It's not gonna be longer than 10 days. Same thing on the road. We're never on the road for more than 10 days. We have to come back home and play some games at home. But we always practice. Every single day, we have to report to the ballpark for a 7 p.m. game. We get to the ballpark around 2:30, 3 p.m. So when we get to the ballpark, it's like for guys who likes to work out before the game, we do our workouts before the game. And then you go to the cage, you hit in the cage a little bit, and then there's batting practice for the whole team. So where you stretch with the team, you take ground balls, you kind of bond as a team at that time. That happens around 4:30, 5 p.m. Then after that, you go in, you shower, you get something to eat and get ready for the game. And you have to do that every single day.
Wow.
And
so
remember,
you're playing baseball for 8-9 hours a day?
Yeah. And then you have to do it again next day. And sometimes you play at 7 p.m. tonight, and then 1 p.m. the next day. Wow.
And so, and every position is different and requires different talent, different skill. And so why do you believe that you're a shortstop? What makes you good at that position?
I think in my hands. I'm a defensive third guy. I think my hands and my defense brought me to the big leagues. My bat wasn't like my first tool and received an opportunity being a utility player, playing different positions in the middle of the field, but I always take really pride of being a shortstop. Shortstop is a really hard position to play. They call it a prime position on the field. Look, catchers, shortstop, and center fielders are kind of the prime positions because they're the most tasking on the baseball field. Okay, amazing. Well, I feel like I've learned so much about baseball today. I thought I knew some things about baseball, but now I know the ins and outs. So now, unfortunately, it's not season yet because they're so busy in season. So obviously we could not get him in season. You guys heard his schedule. He's got 8 hours of baseball, but we are going to spend a day of off season. He has spring training coming up and then Korea. So he is prepping his body, and we are going to come along and see what the process is like off season, preparing for season as a professional baseball player. So let's do it. Okay, so we have a full day ahead. We are now at Miguel's training center. This is where he gets physical therapy and also training. So during the off season, he said he really focuses on physical therapy. He's always injured from something, he said. So we're gonna come with him, get the physical therapy and do an amazing workout. And then we're hitting the batting cages. So come with us, a day in the life in an off season, and we'll be there. One of the biggest challenges of being a professional athlete is the extreme toll taken on the body. Miguel has physical therapy 3 days per week for recovery and injury prevention. His team is extremely talented and skilled in working with professional athletes. The biggest fear of any athlete is a career-changing injury. No player is immune to time, and the wear and tear on the body takes a massive toll. Miguel has physical therapy 3 days per week for recovery, injury prevention, and to ensure peak performance. While each athlete is different, Miguel as a shortstop needs to focus less on strength, more on balance, core, flexibility, and agility. Miguel's training regimen was different than anything I've ever experienced and was extremely curated to the shortstop position. These Bosu ball exercises are for balance. This is a lot more challenging than it looks. Not only do you have to balance one leg on the Bosu, you have to simultaneously catch and throw the ball. This focuses on hand-eye coordination combined with balance, which simulates the extreme difficulty of fielding a ground ball in high-stress environments. Remember,
it's actually 30 seconds.
Remember, you have to do it now.
Oh, God.
I'm counting.
I know, I should have gone first.
Yeah.
This is what we call the dead fish.
It is.
Okay.
Are you ready? Go.
Born ready.
1, 2, 3. You gotta go faster than that. 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 9. All right, bye. 10. She kept going.
You left me to drown in the dead fish. Now we finished the workout, we finished PT. We're going to the batting cages. I'm nervous for this. I don't know how good I am at baseball. He said the pitches are 100 miles an hour, which is crazy, but I can do this. Okay, so now we are at the batting cages. He comes here 3 days a week to come and hit. So now we're gonna see what he's got with the bat. We can see that he's got balance, he's quick, but let's see how he is at batting. This is where the mental toughness comes into play. At the end of the game, when you're tired, you need to know your body can keep going. Miguel explained to us earlier that their baseball days are 10 hours long. 10 hours of playing a sport. Could you imagine the toll on your body? The pressure that a pro athlete feels when they're up to bat is unimaginable. In so many other sports, you have so many opportunities to get the ball, to show who you are. In baseball, imagine 50,000 people watching just you, and the ball is being thrown at you at 100 miles an hour. Personally, I don't know if my batting cages day really equated to this, but I still felt the pressure.
Like that? You wanna try?
Now I'm going to see if I have what it takes in the batting cages.
You know how your hands are gonna be, right?
Loose,
there
right?
You go. Loose, and then quick. Ready?
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
I like the swing.
Contact.
Ooh. Okay. Now I want you to hit it, trying to hit it there.
Okay. One thing that stood out to me about baseball and how it was so different than any other sport is the amount of games they play per season. They play 183 games per year. Almost every single day they're playing a baseball game, having practice and having to train. Being a professional baseball player requires full dedication. Time away from your family and friends, stress on the body and mind. It sounds like a lot. Miguel explained to us off camera that he'll actually be away from his family this year playing with the Dodgers, but he'll be playing 183 games on the road with the Dodgers and also going to Korea. So his kids are in school, his life is in Miami. This is one of the downsides of a professional sport and the sacrifices you have to make to be a professional athlete.
Hey, that was pretty good.
That's why they're paying me $700 million.
That was actually pretty good.
Nice.
I like it.
I didn't miss any.
No, you make contact.
Woo!
I think you got a little bit too loose sometimes, and that's why you roll over.
Okay.
That's the ground balls that you hit over there. But other than that, you're pretty good.
I have a career.
You can be a player. I don't know if you're gonna be a
I can
pitcher,
be the water girl.
pitcher and hitter at the same time or what.
Oh, I'm Otani. You didn't know?
But yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
$700 million.
Yeah.
I
We
like
look
it.
a little different, but.
I'm gonna try to strike you out.
He's gonna try and strike me out because I gotten all home runs.
It's gonna be the closest to a game that you're gonna feel. Strike one.
That was
I told
high
you.
though.
Oh, foul ball. That's a strike two.
Foul!
Oh my God, I couldn't do it. I'll try again. Too loose.
Woo!
That hurts, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you hit it off the end of the bat, it hurts a little bit. Nice. Wow.
He
hit
thought
that
he could
really
strike
hard.
me out. Woo!
Strike one.
Strike one!
I'm gonna strike you out now. Foul ball, that's a strike two. It's a home run.
That was a home run.
You wanna end on that.
Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Pro Athletes Unfiltered with Miguel Rojas. This was such a fun episode. I found out I actually really love baseball. I gotta go join a night baseball league. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back for next week because it's gonna get better and better.
If you guys are whooping my ass, it's gonna be hurt on my ego.
Have to clear, sign your check, and you kind of go on your way.
That's interesting.
Yeah. 1, 2, boom.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, dude. Shit was lit.
Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next episode of Pro Athletes Unfiltered.